so far, strange places to see. I've worked long and hard to raise family, but always within me a longing to be on my island.
Since I've been back to the island. I miss it. The sound of waves lapping on a beach makes me feel at peace. Any large body of water does, but it also unnerves me. Mum would always tell me about your tales of the fishermen and the perils of the sea. Sea fishing was a daily part of Inishfree life, and later as an industry to the wider community, and with that came fishing tragedies. She didn't realise why she was afraid of deep waters, but then we realised it was most likely just your stories about the sea and its dangers. I do wonder why I feel safe near water. Ironic that I get intensely when motion sickness, huh? And ironic that none of your family swam but lived on an island. I've never been inside your childhood home. Part of me kicks myself for this. Many people won't get the opportunity to see their grandmother's childhood and ancestral home. The brothers who own it are distant cousins of yours, and I'm glad to know it still belongs in the family. From what I've seen, they've looked after it well. I remember your brother Patrick. I only met him a handful of times, but he was lovely. It's still crazy to think that both of you were sharing all the housework between you and taking turns to go to school, only at 13 and 11. Many names, Eagleson, O'Donnell, Paddy Bride, but you're always grand to me. I remember seeing your little book in a local museum. I don't remember much about it, apart from it was emerald green, made of paper, had a small boy and a dog on the cover, but smack bang in the middle was your name. You've always valued education, not in the way of, oh you've got to be smart, but you pushed us not to waste the opportunity to learn. I can remember you trying to teach me how to knit. Yeah, it didn't end well. I can remember the look you gave me when I said I couldn't do it. Aside from knitting, I think I got some of my creativity from you. You did so much in terms of creating, baking, painting, knitting, crocheting, gardening, hell even writing. I like to believe I got some of my artistic creativity and my love of narrative from you. Part Part of me wishes you could see me now and know me still. I'm in my final year of university. I've spent 6 years at it now, but I'm thankful I've done it. I've also learned and grown a lot. I think you would be proud of the woman I've become. It's weird seeing the schoolhouse in this much disarray, but it's still standing. It's impressive. It really has stood the test of time. Mum tells me you had a great respect for the teachers who gave so much to the island school. You're bilingual with English in school and Irish Gaelic at home. I have a few books that belong to you scattered around my room. It's funny, I've glanced at them, never read them. There's so much I could run and take away from those pages, but I don't. I tell everyone I get my hoarding from you. I don't know if it's truth, but my God, I hoard a lot. I'm trying not to hoard as much, you know, but it's hard. I hate saying waste, which is something you've passed on to me. You finally use my everything. It's hard to do, throw away old items. A lot of things I have don't work now, but they still hold a lot of value to me. The island holds a lot of sentiment to me, but it's not mine alone. You gifted us this island. Sure, we may not have any land to claim on it, but we consider it our own, we Inishfree, and part of our heritage because it will always be your home. I will forever be thankful for the cowards. They welcomed us back to stay in their home and enjoy the island to its fullest. I didn't know how much this small landmass would mean to me. I didn't have a space where I felt entirely at peace or safe. Inishfree is that to me now. You never told me much about the isle. Most of what I know is from my mum. She told me the trees can't take to the isle due to the harsh sea winds. She says that the islanders would say that the island wasn't the right climate for it. However, I've read your stories about the old tree remnants from when the island was wooded and would have been a part of the mainland. So we went exploring for them. It's too windy on the island. I can feel it when I'm there. However, there is one house on the rear end of the island near the school that is surrounded by trees. I find it funny. They have a home in the most remote places I can think of. And then barricaded with trees. To each of their own. My mum has told me the stories used to tell her of the screamers. All I know is that they were a cult who also appreciated Inishfree in their own way. They used to scream so much that you could hear it over at Barton Fort. They left the island before I was born. There was another group here at the same time with a mission to plant trees, so maybe they can take credit for the House of the Trees. The last time our family came to the island was to spread your asses. You left at 19, but you always considered Inishfree your home. I remember you climbing the back of Oscar's quad bike to get carried up to the Collard's house, and you confidently getting in and out of any boat. That's how I remember you. At home at Inishfree. I don't remember if it was then or the time before that when me and a few others went by the quicksand beach, we decided to take a shortcut back. It wasn't a shortcut, it was a peat bog. And my shoes and jeans were nearly ruined, but thankfully the colours had a walk-in shower in there. Me and Inishfree seem to have a theme with bogs. Every time I'm there, I have some interaction with one. Sure, I can avoid it, but I don't know where they are. Part of the fun, I guess. There was one time when one of the cottages had done low, and I lost my cock in a peat bog near it. Never forget that near-death experience. The tree trunks at the quicksand beach are really something. My mum says you'd always say how there was no trees on the isle, but somehow these trunks are here. She says that you used to think it was way back from when the land masses started to shift and change eons before we even existed. It's cool to think about how nature's always evolving. I adore the natural beauty of Inishfree. Even though I am proud of my Scottish heritage, I'm also proud of my Irish roots. It's crazy to think at 19 you travelled by yourself to Glasgow to get money to send back home. When I was 19, I was trying to get good college grades so I could get to uni. Remember the day I told you? You were in the care home. I didn't visit you much in there. It was hard to see you like that. Through tears and hard work, I managed to get an A in my college work. And you were one of the first people I told. Part of me still doesn't know why I did it. Maybe I was hoping you'd hear and understand me. Maybe I want you to do it for myself. You had severe dementia by now, and you travelled back to your childhood in Inishfree. They tried to be there with you by talking about it, old photos, showing you the YouTube videos. That's where we found the song My Island about Inishfree that you loved watching. I didn't go much. You called me Judith so many times. I don't blame you. I don't. I am my mum's double. But I remember your face. You only murmured and nodded your head at that point. But I remember I said glad and I did it. I'm going to uni. You smelled ever so lightly and you put out my hand. Don't forget that feeling. You passed away the summer before I just went to uni. People kept asking me how I was, and I said it was fine. It was a blessing because it was any talk about you when I was at uni. It wasn't mine, I'm glad you found peace. I still am. You did so much for me, you taught me so much. You were such an inspiration by so many. And I am forever grateful to call you my grand and have you impact my life. I'm forever thankful that I have the Isle of Inishfree. It's my home, my time capsule of peace and serenity away from the constant business and bustle of day-to-day life now. What I miss a lot about you is your pancakes and seeing your tatty in the chair. Shrove Tuesday will always be there for me. I remember running up your path, pushing Megan out of the way to get to your overcooked pancakes. When I get pancakes, I think of you. You know I became an all-in-one just about you, right? I feel like you'd spit on me if I even said the word of. I don't practice Catholic. I'm not practicing Catholic anymore. Faith was always so important to you. But that never stopped you from loving anyone. Thank you for giving me Inishfree. Thank you for being my grand. I hope you're proud of the woman I've become and continue to grow up to be. I will forever love Inishfree you. You only taught me 2 Irish Gaelic phrases. Pogmahon, which you and I will for saying because it means kiss my horse, which I like to use when, you know, I'm a bit annoyed. Or Tammy gonna really Inish, which means you want to go now. And you're gone.
I've travelled so far, strange places to see. I've worked long and hard to raise family, but always within me a longing to be on my island, my island, my own Inishfree. My island, my island, my own Inishfree, where I spent all my youth on the shores running free. The sand and the sea and the wild mountains scree on my island, my home.